Hey, how's it going, everybody? Choco the Chocobo here, and we are back with, of course, more Troll Pack. And as promised, today we're going to kind of keep on cracking on with the jellied Cryotheum business, which we are very, very much needing more of, because I left it on. I was, thinking, oh, it's all great. I can't see what could potentially go wrong here. And then I forgot. I forgot that I didn't have the chunk loaded with the power reactor, but the big reactor there. So what happened was I had this fine, but unfortunately the actual farming station itself had no power, so this ended up going bankrupt, and then we were just really sad, and then we all cried, and we held each other, and we're like, it's going to be okay, and then we shook our heads no, and we knew the truth, and it was very sad. Oh, and Brimmy, 11-month resub arena, almost a year, woohoo indeed. Thank you for the resub. Alright, so now let's see here. We're going to get started anyways, though, because we do have a fair chunk of the stuff. We don't have necessarily all that we would want here, but certainly is enough to get started, I would say. So let me go ahead. We'll make all the blizz rods that I can, I think, unless that was kind of weird. I wonder what happened there. The power just kind of like flopped over and died. That was kind of strange. So we'll go ahead, do that. We'll put that back for now, and then we'll also take all the saltpeter. Saltpeter exchanges at 6 a pop, so this actually, we don't need quite as much of this as we need blizz rods. Blizz rods are going to be a little bit more pricey, shall we say. So that's going to definitely be our bottleneck for this whole thing. We are also going to be needing some other things like glowstone junk, I think, but that's not too terribly big of a problem. We also need to take these blizz rods and convert them actually into not blizz rods, so let me go ahead and do that. So this will net us... Really, it nets us 4 blizz powder per. That's what it does. Alright, so we got a bunch of spooky glowing blizz powder. We're going to need some snowballs. We're going to need some redstone as well. So let me go ahead, get snowballs. And then let's get some redstone to boot. And just like that, we're able to get ourselves some Cryotheum dust. Very fancy, very nice, very neato-canito. Whoop. And... just go ahead, continue on with my little merry quest here of making these things. In truth, this is a terrible way to do it, so I'm going to do it the smart way. I'm going to put all the niter back. Darn it. I'm going to put all the niter back. I'm going to put all the redstone in here, all the snowballs in here, all the blizz powder in here. And then we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way, which is I'm going to look up Cryotheum. Get the Cryotheum dust recipe out here, and then we're just going to do it this way. And then that way I can just kind of see what I need to get extras of, and so on and so forth, and we can restock it there and just make a whole bunch. It'll make it a little bit easier to deal with. Because rather than having to deal with stacks of 16, I can deal with stacks of a lot more, for lack of a better way to put it. Alright, so let's go ahead, drop the redstone into there. Let's go ahead, look up Cryotheum dust, and make as much as we can. Alright, we gave out on snowballs yet again, so we are going to have to go get some more snowballs for surezies. Alright, and then let's get some snowball action into there. Boom, easy peasy snowballs. And just like that. Okay, so now we're out of both redstone and the blizz rods, which is totally fine, that's okay. And we now need to make these go into buckets. So we're going to need a fluid transposer to go ahead and do that. So let's, I guess we already have the crucible and the transposer. We don't need to use the crucible part, but we do need the we have the fluid transposer. Yes, that's correct. What was I don't know. I'm confusing myself now. All right, so we have the fluid transposer here. It's currently full of resonant ender. I don't actually know if I have a good way to remove that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna store that away for the time being. Let's make ourselves another fluid transposer specifically for this purpose. So let me get another fluid transposer out here. I'm going to need a resonant machine frame, 2 copper gears, redstone reception coil, and that stuff. So let's get bucket, redstone reception coil. I think I need glass, resonant machine frame. And then copper gear, I think it was. I think I need 2 copper gear. And that should give me a fluid transposer. Yes. Alright, so we have fluid transposer. Wow, I actually did that all from memory. I'm actually really proud of myself right now. It's totally not something to be proud of, but I'm proud of myself. Alrighty, and then we have this up here. That has no fuel, it looks like? Oh, okay, there it goes. The fuel is very, very slowly and gradually going up there. And... oh, you know what? I actually do... huh, okay, this is an awkward turn of events. So I actually do need to melt it down the magma crucible, because I just realized we don't have the ability to make this liquid unless we do have that up there. So let me go ahead, just hook that up to there, and let's drop in some cryotheum, and just like that, it's gonna go down the pipeline. Whoop, that's not quite what I want to do. Alright, let's go ahead and try that one more time. Very good. That's gonna create a bunch of jellied cryotheum. That's gonna in turn put it into here, was the hope. But it's not accepting anything. Why? Qua? Huh? Hold on, wait a second, hold on. Nobody move. So we have jellied cryotheum, right? So we have that here. Now I can put it in a fluid transposer, so I don't know what the problem is here. Because it should be building up the amount that it has, but it's not doing that. Oh, it's because of the configuration is wrong. Ah, I'm dumb. Alright. Hold on. I put it down the wrong way is what I did. Also, thank you very much. I heard a sub sound go off. Crystal Far? So just subscribe to Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. I think. Yeah, okay, there we go. So there's the jellied cryotheum. Very, very good. And then the butt is right here, which is perfect. And, well, actually, that's not really ideal, but that's all right. And then we can just put buckets into here, and then I'll take some jellied cryotheum. We can go fetch more buckets and so on and so forth. So that's going to melt them down. That's going to accept some more jellied cryotheum. It's not really doing a whole lot of anything at the moment. So let me take these out there. Let's just kind of... okay, level 1, level 2, and level 3. So that'll speed up the operation a little bit. And I guess it's just going as fast as it can, but it's just still not that fast. Which is weird, because it appears to be... it's kind of sitting there and waiting, actually. Oh, huh. The power is inadequate is what's happening. Okay, hold on. Power is inadequate, so we need to actually go fetch some more Tessies. I just need one Tessie at the moment. Yeah, one Tessie will do. Alright, so let's get one Tessie here. Let's get ourselves some bronze. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's get some silver. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, good stuff. And then let's go ahead and knock out... let's knock this out for now. And then we can just throw in our Tessie right there, which will configure to only receive energy, will not care about anything, and we'll set it to the choker reactor frequency. So that should now be, yeah, absolutely chock full of energy, and tons of stuff are now flowing everywhere as they need to be. Good, that's what we want to see. That is exactly what we were hoping for. Perfect, absolutely lovely. So now that we have this going over, oh yes, and I absolutely should be switching the title of my stream. Hold on one second. Troll Pack, Minecraft. When you forget how to do your jorb, and people in the stream have to remind you how to do your jorb. Alright, switching to Troll Pack. That is not what I wanted to do. Alright, so switching to Troll Pack. Let me go ahead and throw that in there. All good. Alright, so we now have the sworn duty to get buckets. That was too many buckets. That's okay though. So with said buckets, I'm just going to throw that into here. fetch as much jellied Cryotheum as I can. And honestly speaking, I don't really need to have more than whatever I can afford to put in there. Alright, so let me go ahead, return this stuff into there. And all that stuff looks good. Okie dokie smoky. So let's go ahead and drop these off here. They can be BFFs, they can hang out on their own. And we have ourselves now, of course, a whole bunch of jellied Cryotheum. And a couple of extra inventory slots, I suppose, so there's no harm in getting a little bit more. Alright, so that's going to load up the jellied Cryotheum. We are, of course, making the basic components that we need off of our little farm there. So let me go ahead and let's go back into our reactor. So let's start from the back and then move our way to the front. And the goal here today is just to get this all done. We want to get this all filled up to the brim. And that's going to take a while. Believe me, that is going to take a while. Alright, and ow, ow, ow. Oh no, did it eat my... Hold on. Did it eat it? Does Cryotheum destroy things? I think it does. That is unfortunate. Okay, so I just lost the reactor glass. It's not that big of a problem. I didn't know that it acted like lava in the sense it destroyed things. Alright, so that is all stationary. So it doesn't replace the buckets either, which is not exactly great. Ow. So this acts basically like really, really slow lava. Like really, really slow lava. Alright, then we have one more bucket to go. This is going to take forever! That was just one thing of Cryotheum. Holy cow, that's going to be absurd. Okay. Let's just do it this way then. Let's just put on a whole bunch of little goatfish here. Good thing we made our design the way we did. If we had too much open space, I don't know how we'd do it. Because this would just take basically an eternity and a half and we would get just about nowhere. Alright, so I need to... Here, let's leave the guitar in there, and then let's just do it this way, because the guitar is able to do other things besides that. Alright, so now that's all stationary blocks, and we have to do this all the way up. Ugh, this is going to be nutty. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab all this stuff. That should be 8, which is exactly the number that we need to fill this up all the way around. Alright, some more jellied Cryotheum for the fam. Just like that. We're the next bucket in. And we are actually out. Okay, so we... In truth, I shouldn't even want to have these here. So what I want to have is I want to have a multiple of 16, so 24. This is what I needed. So with 24, I'm okay. So let's go /back. Let me drop off some more buckets into here. And let's just take enough to fill my inventory. Just like that. We don't want the full thing full. Alright, so let's /back again. And then we'll proceed onward. This better be the best freaking thing to ever happen to my reactors. If it still overheats after this, I'm going to be very, very upset. Oh gosh. Alright, so another layer. And we have to do this for every single one of our fuel rods too, which makes it just that much worse. If we had a way to automate this, oh gosh golly, I don't know, that'd be tempting. That would be tempting, because this is just mind-numbingly boring and repetitive. If you're watching this video, why are you watching this? It's going to drive you crazy. It's driving me crazy. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Like, the problem is that it's just such a slow process. And you have to do it just right. I wish there was a bigger thing for it. If there was a way that we could, like, have a bigger bucket, that would be absolutely dope. But I don't think that's a thing. Make florbs and just shoot florbs everywhere. I guess that actually would theoretically work. But I don't wanna mess with that. Huh, weird. Alright. Anywho, let me go ahead and make some more. Make some more of this dadgum stuff. Ooh, that's a magma crucible. And the magma crucible is out of power. Oh, yes, it is out of power. Of course, because it doesn't have the reactors offline. Of course, okay, yeah. I don't know why I didn't realize that would happen. Alright, so let's go ahead and just take care of all that. And I think that'll be fine. Let me go find out reactor. So let's get reactor glass here. Whoop. Ah, that's Cryotheum. Thank you for the 10 sheer crystal far. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and fill that up. Let's see if that did literally anything at all. Because I don't know if it has. I hope it has, but I don't know if it would. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, activate the reactor. I mean, I don't see it. I don't know if you would normally be able to see it. Oh gosh, alright. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It is hard to tell. So let's go zoom back up. Let's go Qatar. This little corner. Whoop, wrong corner. Alright, perhaps the Morning Star will be better. Let's just run through it. Run through it all. Let's see. Is there a different kind of bucket by any chance? There's like the buckets themselves, but I don't think there's any kind of like super bucket. I don't see any kind of like ultra super ultimate bucket of death. A shame. A shame, a shame, a shame, a shame. Alright, well. Let's keep this going, shall we? And whoop. One jellied Cryotheum away. There we go. And my gosh, this is gonna take forever. I honestly thought that Cryotheum only had to flow. I did not realize it had to be source blocks. This is crazy. The Ender Bucket? What is an Ender Bucket? Apparently something called an Ender Bucket, and they can hold quite a few. No, we don't have Ender Buckets in here. Or at least I don't see one. So unfortunately our hopes are dashed. Our hopes are dashooed. Alright. It's a shame there's no EMC for Cryotheum buckets. Because I could just like throw them in and then just make some new buckets, but that is that. What are you going to do about it? It ate all the energy again? What? Alright. Choco, have it full into one of those barrels, but how does that help me fill it? Because doing this, honestly, isn't the worst. This part isn't the annoying part. The annoying part is actually filling it. That's what I want to do. If only the Builder's Wand could do something about this. That would be dope. Could you imagine if the Builder's Wand worked with this? Oh my gosh, this would be glorious. Alright. Just right click on the barrel to fill the bucket. Yeah, but that's not really, like, the annoying part isn't that part, right? It only takes me, like, a little tiny bit to do that. The real annoying thing about doing this for me anyways is the placement of it, because I have to, like, aim the placement, I have to do it. It's just a slow process in general. That's why I don't like doing it. It has nothing to do with the whole filling process. This part's easy. I just literally like hop on over. I'm just like, hey, I would like to replace some of my buckets of jellied Cryotheum. That gives me just jellied Cryotheum after jellied Cryotheum after jellied Cryotheum. Although I guess it would eliminate the need for me to turn the reactor on and off. That's actually true. I didn't think about that. Use a golden bag of holding to hold more. Same exact principle. It doesn't save me enough time. The act of going back and forth really isn't that time consuming. And it's not even necessarily that it's time consuming that's the problem. The problem is actually more to do with the fact that the process of doing this that many times over and over is going to get old real quick. Ow. Ugh. And then oh, that's actually the perfect amount of buckets. Yeah, I think someone said last time that the Cryotheum has to be source blocked all the way around. And then unless I do that, it will not work. Like, it won't properly register that I have this going. Use things of redstone. But the whole point was that I wanted to use the best. I wanted to use the Cryotheum. I've also really wanted to use Cryotheum for a very long time, so... Alright. Let's go ahead. Let's throw this one bucket away. Get your pajamas on, friends. It's gonna be a long one. Doesn't have to be still, but won't be as effective. Oh. Well, I mean, at the same time, do we really want something that's not quite as effective? We're going through the trouble of this in the first place. Do we really want it to just not be as effective? I just don't understand why flowing Cryotheum can't be wonderful. Alright, so let's go ahead. Oh, actually, I need to go slash back. Although I will do one thing here. I'm going to put one little adjustment here. Which is I'm going to, number one, have to do this. But afterwards... Ooh. What? Okay. Confused. You could use a fluivac. What's a fluivac? Fluivac. Hold shift for details. Pumps fluids into and out of compatible containers. But this isn't a container, I don't think. Although, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try it. I mean, how hard could that be? But regardless, I do need one thing here, which is I'm going to need something to hold power. So I believe there's capacitors, the vibrant capacitor. This holds 25 million RF. That seems like a pretty good bet here. Alright, so vibrant capacitor bank. That's going to require some vibrant alloy octatics, a vibrant crystal, and capacitor banks themselves, or just more octatics, which I think will be a little bit better. So let me go ahead. For the time being, let's... Oh, I am actually out of lip power. Alright. I'm out of the yellow ray. But let's go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm going to try the Fluivac just to see if that works or not. If it does work, then I can use this. So I'm going to need 3 redstone, a bronze gear, Invar, and a leadstone flux, but I don't have one of these, so I'm going to need 1 lead, or 2 lead, 1 copper, 3 redstone, and 1 sulfur. So I'm going to need 2 lead, 1 copper, sulfur, I think I said redstone. Just take a whole bunch of redstone out here. And then let me go ahead and make one of these capacitors. Cool beans. Ooh, kind of high. Thank you for the 5 cheer. Alright, let's go ahead and get the leadstone into there. Alrighty, and then I'm going to need 1 bronze gear, 1 bucket, 1 Invar. So let's get... Ooh, I don't have... How do you make a bronze gear? Bronze, then 1 iron in the middle? I can do that. Alright, so make a bronze gear. What? That wasn't what we agreed on. What? Why didn't that work? Oh, okay, it did work. I don't know what I did. I did something wrong. Alright, bronze gear, 3 redstone, and Invar. Invar is what I really need. And I would also want another extra bucket, because this is exactly the amount of buckets I want for my other thing. Alright, so let's put that together. And cool beans. Throw Fluivac into there. Pull the Fluivac back out. Alright, so this thing. First question is, does this work as a reception thing for the fluid transposer? No, it does not. Can I just straight up use it? So let's go /back and actually let's make a capacitor real quick. Capacitor. I think I needed capacitor. 4 electrical steel, vibrant crystal, and then octadics. So let's start off with the octadics. 4 of those. Electrical steel. 4 of those. And then 1 vibrant crystal, which I never learned how to make. I think I only need 1 ingot, and then I just need a diamond, and I think I just break that into little nuggets, and then that works. I think it's like this, and that. Nope, I remembered wrong. Alright, so maybe it's this way? Nope, I don't remember. Alright, let's look it up. Vibrant crystal. Vibrant crystal. Vibrant crystal. Vibrant crystal. Nope, not even close. Alright, how did I make you? Vibrant alloy nugget and an emerald. Ah, come on. An emerald. I was close. Alright, so emerald. Vibrant alloys. And then let's go ahead and throw that into there, throw that into there, throw all that into there. And then vibrant. Alright, good stuff. And then vibrant capacitor. Throw that into there, and then we'll get a vibrant back out. Alright, and then I think that doesn't, I don't know if that has the ability to, does it have the ability to interact really properly with that? Okay, this can charge something though. Alright, and then the capacitor is already kind of given out. Alright, so let's turn this on. Watch this energy just zoom up. It's just like zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh, look at that. The core heat's already slowing down towards as it approaches 2000. So it is working. It is doing its jorb. That's always good to see. Alright, and then let's go /back. Let's take a gander here. Alright, so the Fluivac is now ready to go, I think. So what's this at? Press C to change mode. Okay, I'm assuming blue is pull. Alright, so let's assume that blue is... Okay, so this one's currently empty, right? So if this does work, it would be something along the lines of that. That would be how it's done. Cat12345 cheered for 5 and said, TP. I do not, unfortunately. Yeah, if they need me to be there, I'll go over, but I think they're okay for now. I do not think the Fluivac is going to work here. Fluivac. Cryotheum. Oh, I see. It's kind of like a glue gun. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, so this will work. I'm pretty sure. I misunderstood the way that this is supposed to work. All right, so we need a drum. We need a big old drum. So I guess a Bedrockium drum will do just fine. Bedrockium ingots. Yeah, I'm sure we could make some of these. Bedrockium ingots. Good lord, do I even want to worry about this? So we're going to need triple, quadruple cobblestones. Yikes. Oh, mother of mercy. But this should be worth it. So you know what? I'm willing to make this on. We're gonna kind of try this a different way real quick. So I'm gonna try to get some Bedrockium going here. Lord help my booty. Oh, wait, there's a sextuple in here. Oh, thank God. I was so worried, game. Oh, dadgummit. I was so worried that you were going to make me do this the horrible way. Alright, in truth, all I need is that, too. So I can just put those back. Alright, so sextuple. So now we have quadruples and triples. That should be able to make us the Bedrockium as long as I get a block of diamond, which should be easy peasy. Alright, and then... Nope. Wrong. Bedrockium ingots. Wonderful. And then, of course, Bedrockium makes you slow as beans, but irrelevant to this particular point. Bedrockium ingots in place. I'm also going to need weighted pressure plate, and that's going to be gold in the cauldron, which is iron. So let me go ahead and just do that real quick. And then I'm also going to need some gold to make the weighted plates. I don't think we're going to ever need more weighted plates. I'm sure we're going to end up saying that's not true in the future, but it's not that hard to make, so I'm sure we'll be fine doing it this way. Also, I need to make the cauldron itself. There we go. Ooh, Cupcake Chocobo just subscribed. Cheerios. Alright, so now we got that all in place here. And now we got ourselves a Bedrockium drum. But of course, that's not the end of it, right? So now it's going to have to flow all the way into this bad boy. We're going to want this to fill up as full as it can get. And then after it's full to the point that we're content with, then we're going to take this back and we're going to try to get this jelly Cryotheum into the Fluivac and then have that all shoot out fluid, which I think will just be a pretty simple matter, I'd imagine. So let me go ahead. Let's make some more Blizz rods and whatever else as we need while we wait for that to take place. Whoop. I don't know why it gives out like that every now and then. I don't know if it's because the power is going out or what's going on, but something's happening every time we do that. Alright. So we'll just do that for the time being. Let's get the niter in here as well. And surprisingly, we actually have a lot of niter. Niter is not really going to be a problem here, I don't think. Alright, cool. And then we'll make Cryotheum. Alright, Cryotheum, Cryotheum, Cryotheum. We're out there, my Cryotheum. And we are going to be needing... Oh, of course, we need to make these into Blizz Powder. So... Whoop. Alright, Blizz Powder away. Cryotheum dust in. We are out of redstone. Okay, that's a very, very quick fix. Alright, then. Just like that. Bunch of redstone in. I am almost certainly gonna need some more snowballs, so let's just preempt that and just get a bunch of snowballs here. And just get all that stuff into there. So this should be a good chunk of Cryotheum. Am I out? No, I'm not. Alright, now I'm out, but I am out of something that I can easily replace, which is snowballs. But let's, for the time being, let's get this into here, because I want this to be, whoop, I want this to be working while we're kind of dabbling about in this stuff. So we'll let that kind of do its thing. I can tell there, it's got a long ways to go before it's ready to go. Oh my gracious me. Alright, so you know what? Actually, we're going to go ahead and we're going to break this out. And I want to just make sure that this works before we go any further. If it does work, then we'll just kind of go with that, and then we won't really worry about showing the rest of it on screen for those of you watching on YouTube, because I think that's going to drive us nuts, and I don't know if Stream wants to sit here listening to smooth jazz for that long while watching me fill up Cryotheum. So we'll see how this goes. But first, I'm just gonna break everything. Now I think should be a simple. Ah, yes. Okay, now we're talking. It's still gonna take forever, but look at that. That's 105 buckets worth. And it does use up a little bit of power, but the power is kind of irrelevant for what we're doing right now. So, look at that. Ow. Alright. I am a happy little camper. I am a happy little camper. Alright, cool. So, let me go ahead. Let's just fill up. Let's fill, do I have enough? Ugh, I don't know if I have even enough for that. Alright, let's fill this up as much as it can get. Whoop, hold on. You were not full to the brim. Alright. We had a little bit of a unexpected issue, but I think we resolved it before it became a problem. Alright. Let me fill this up as high as we can go until we got no mo, or we fill up as far as the, I guess, ammunition can take us. But yeah, this will make this so much nicer. Oh my Lanta, thank you very much for the suggestion. See, this is why you guys are the brains of the operation, not me, because you all know about some spooky magical voodoo stuff, like Fluivac. Like, why would I have ever thought of something called Fluivac? Sounds like some kind of really, really good flu medicine. But let me just zip around here. Fill in a little bit more. And look at that go! That is dope as fleep. Alright, so I'm definitely not going to make it to the top. I'm going to actually end up getting stopped fairly soon. On my third one around. I'm not going to get all the way around. So I'm going to stop with this one, the second ring here. Hello? Alright. Alright, and then that should put us at... Oh, well, actually, we can maybe do one more. I think we fill that all in perfectly. Alright, so we do have a little bit more to go, but pretty significant stride towards progress, so I'm actually pretty okay with that. So let's go down. Let me eat a apple here. Let's turn the power on. Okay, so it still approaches that 1900 fairly easily, but we are getting slowed down as we approach that 2K marker, which is good. And the casing heat is actually going up really well, because casing heat, this also actually is better for raising your energy output. So that's a good thing. We want this temperature to go high. We don't want this one to go high because this is how much fuel is used, but we want this number to be high. This is good. So that's a little bit different. That already is helping us out quite a way. So either way, all good. I will certainly have to mess around with a couple things here and there, but by and far, this is going to be way nicer than what we had going initially. Yeah, that's going to fill up quite nicely. So we're going to let that all run through. Alright, so we'll be back next episode where hopefully we'll have ourselves a fully filled reactor. It's going to take a while, but a fully filled reactor. And once we have a fully filled reactor, we're then going to just be able to do a great number of things, like not doing that anymore. We can work on the actual base itself. And at this point, I would say that we are ready to probably take a gander out into the real blue world of wonderful things. So we'll probably end up starting to do some collaborations in the nearest future. Whenever that ended up being, I don't know, but we'll look forward to doing that. So anyways, look forward to those projects, look forward to those things here in Troll Pack. We are finally, I'd say, really getting off of our feet here, and that's exciting because that means we're also going to be able to do some more fun stuff, which should be pretty cool. But anyways, that is going to be all. I'm going to get a stack upgrade and see if that works, because that would be absolutely lit. And I know a speed upgrade for a fact should work. So let me... Speed will let that transfer faster, and then I need to do the same for that bottom one. I don't know if that accepts those things though. Whoop, wrong way. Alright. So let me just do that. Ah, it does. Okay, cool. Wunderbar. Alright, so that's going to go ahead, do its thing. That's going to feed the Cryotheum a lot faster now, which is good. And that is all running very nicely, and that's all fine and dandy, and then the subscribers will be like, hi, I'm a subscriber, which is cool, which is fine. Alright, so anywho, that's going to be it for the episode. If you enjoyed, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. So take care, everybody, and ciao for now.